Hello, student athletes, parents, and Sidney Warrior community. Thank you for your continued support and patience through these unprecedented times. The coaches and I welcome you to the 61st Annual Sidney Central School District Athletic Banquet, brought to you virtually due to the pandemic of 2020-2021. As the athletic coordinator, I have learned how important the different pieces of our district are in order to have a successful athletics. I have put together a list of those who I'd like to thank. Those who adjusted their normal procedures to adapt to new guidelines, allowing us to offer a safe athletic opportunity. The student athletes and their families, the coaches at every level, as well as our volunteer coaches, Mr. Yurka and his Yurkouts, our administration, the members of the Board of Education, district secretaries, teachers and staff, our transportation department who safely and efficiently get our teams to their contests, and our custodial crew who keep our facilities in excellent shape. Thank you. It is our district's belief that interscholastic athletics provides students with a model of life itself. Opportunities exist for lessons in responsibility, fair play, cooperation, concerns for each other, leadership, respect for authority, good citizenship, loyalty, continuous learning experiences, health and wellness, and acceptance of the differences among others. The opportunities of individuals to reach their potential and experience the lessons previously mentioned are the focal point of our athletic programs. Sacrificing individual goals for team goals is indeed paramount to this concept. The athletic program is focused on the welfare of the student and the potential for growth as a result of participation on a team. Student athletes, you're the reason we're here, to recognize the hard work and dedication you have put into your athletics. Our varsity coaches and their staff put in countless hours preparing and organizing for their seasons. They are an integral part of our athletic department. The coaches will present their most valuable athlete and sportsmanship awards. Here are your Sidney coaches.
Hello again. Here I'm talking about the cross-country team for this year. Definitely strange due to COVID, and we had a shortened season, same with track. And it was great to be working with athletes again and being able to see them improve and made some significant improvements over the short period of time that we had. We were able to field a full boys varsity team all season long. We finished third at the Division III at the Marathon Invitational, one of the few invites that we went to. We were third in the MAC end of season meet in team scoring and fourth in Section 4, Class D. Jonathan McNamara led the team all season. Also won his first ever varsity race at one of the meets that we ran at Unadilla Valley. He added second team MAC honors along with placing 11th at the Section 4 end of season meet that we had. Sam Bagley earned first team MAC honors by placing 5th in the MAC end of season meet. Logan Nordberg placed 8th in the MAC end of season meet and also earned first team MAC honors. And Connor Eberly earned his second team MAC honors at the end of season MAC meet. This season, for the girls, Isabel Briggs was the only girl on the team and did a great job adjusting to the varsity distances this year. She was able to earn second team MAC honors and ran consistently all season long, including a strong run at the Section 4 end of season meet where she ran a strong last mile, passing 3 girls to come to the finish. Modified team, I had Caden Benedict was a member of the modified team, winning 4 out of the 6 races that he ran, and he finished second in the other 2. Including posting the fastest time for all the modified boys at the Marathon Invite with over 20 schools total merged together in the results. Aiden Moodley was also on the modified team, made great improvements from last season, placed 3rd at the MAC end of season meet. And then this year our only senior is Jonathan McNamara, and I wish him the best. Outstanding athlete this year will be Jonathan McNamara. And then our sportsmanship winners will be Sam Bagley and Isabel Briggs. And the following are our letter winners.
The 2021 F2 varsity field hockey team will never be forgotten. Not because they had an impressive 94.7 average and earned a Scholar Athlete team recognition. Not because they outscored their division opponents 41-1. And not because they went 8-0 and should have earned a division championship. These 14 athletes will be remembered for the pride that they played with. Yes, we wanted the opportunity for the banners this year, And yes, we wanted to be able to have 2 or more than 2 of our athletes recognized. But we also know that with this pandemic and the numerous changes and setbacks that came from the state, and then there was a time that myself and our coaching staff weren't even sure that we'd be able to have the opportunity to play, we just wanted to play. And my goodness, when we got the chance, play we did. Not once did I hear an athlete complain about being pushed too hard because there was nothing to play for. Not once did I hear an athlete complain that they would have to play a new position, or 2, or 3, due to need, quarantine, or injury. This team was just special in the fact that they played. They played with the heart and the spirit of a true warrior. Never have I seen more integrity on the field or the practice field than from this team. Last year I had some fun with the top 10 moments of the 2019 season, and I don't want to duplicate that. But I do want to share a quick memory for each of my graduating seniors as we thank them for their leadership on and off the field, and thank them for the opportunity we have had to help develop, foster, and observe their talents on the field. My first senior, Sarah Bissett. Remember when I said I had a player that had to learn 2 or 3 different positions a year? Well, Miss Sarah, that was you. Never have I seen an athlete play 3 very different positions with so much composure and strength. Thank you for being so versatile and flexible. Caitlin Bookout. While we didn't have any pool workouts this year, KB, I just want to tell you that both Coach Wood and myself want to be you when we grow up. Swim cap and socks, that memory will always stay with me. And oh, that goal that you scored in less than a minute in Windsor, that's pretty good too. Olivia DeMott. Some plays just stick in my head. Like when you fall asleep at night and you close your eyes and you think about all of the athletes you've coached and some of the great plays that you've seen. Well, Liv, that 50-yard carry and that blistering shot to goal at Afton your junior year will always be a top 10 for me. Adrian Paternoster. Only knowledgeable field hockey players, coaches, and fans understand the importance that you had on our field. While you may not have scored the most goals or recorded the most assists, you had a hand at setting up every scoring opportunity that we had. And while you were anchoring our deep midfield, you also prevented a lot of scoring opportunities. In fact, there's maybe less than a handful of Section 4 athletes that can say that they could beat you one-on-one. Tiana Savino. Miss T, you are the last of family legacy. I have been blessed to coach so many of you, or your sisters, and yes, you. Your passion and your heart on that field, I'll never forget your mom at a youth tournament telling me when you were still a little girl just how nervous she was because you were too little to play. So T, continue to be that athlete and that young adult that never lets anything or anyone stop you. To my returning players, suit up. The summer season will be here before you know it. Now for my award winners, as voted on by our team. The 2021 Sportsmanship Award winner is Miss Olivia DeMott. And our outstanding athlete, Miss Adrian Paternoster. And the rest of my letter winners.
What a crazy sports year. I want to congratulate all of our student athletes for their patience and their perseverance during this troubling time. I want to thank our 2021 football team for probably one of our most rewarding seasons in my 26 years here. I was so impressed with our senior leadership, their ability to stay together, to focus, to work throughout the summer and during the school year to keep their skills at a sharp level. We had a crazy sports year, but we also had a crazy sports season. Our record ended up being 3-3, but we had cancellations of games. We had some crazy score games, notable the Oneonta game where we scored on a last-second touchdown to win 60-54. And we also played a heck of a game in our last game against undefeated Delhi, ended up losing 72-54. Sounds more like a basketball game. But I'll tell you what, they did work extremely hard. Notable accomplishments. Payne Mosier with 23 touchdowns in only 6 games. That's unheard of. And Kyle Wheeler with 63 tackles, during a 6-game season. That's more than 10 per game. Amazing. Our outstanding performer was our quarterback who scored those 23 touchdowns, Payne Mosier. Our sportsmanship awards go to 2 guys that were unsung heroes in the trenches, John Mark Crawford and Chris Prentice. Guys, thank you to all the seniors who made it a successful year, and for everybody who's returning, let's get ready to do some work. And here are our letter winners.
The girls varsity soccer team had an impressive season. To watch them compete, you would never know that 56% of them were modified or modified A age, playing against teams where 90% of the opponents were juniors and seniors. They played with such determination and competed at the highest level in each game. Well, except maybe one. I quickly determined that these young ladies loved soccer so much that they continually tied games just to get the opportunity to play for an additional 20 minutes. Sometimes success isn't measured by the win-loss record. Success can sometimes be determined by unleashing true potential, consistency, and tenacity. Winning is not always just the single measure of success, but it is what we gain from the experience that ultimately determines the outcome. I am super proud of their individual and team accomplishments and how they worked hard every single day to improve. There was something very special and unique about this group of girls. Throughout the entire season, they stayed positive and they connected with one another. Inseparable bonds were built between players who might not have otherwise ever met one another. Leadership was paramount, and each player contributed in their own unique way. We will certainly miss our graduating seniors. Savannah and Megan, I wish you the best of luck with your future endeavors. I believe that you have learned many valuable life lessons on the soccer field that I wish for you to carry with you. May your accomplishments in soccer facilitate continued success in life. To our returning players, the bar is already set high for next season in just a few short months. I'm already looking forward to it. And now for our award winners voted on by the team. Our sportsmanship award winner this year is Lacey Meredith. Our outstanding athlete winner is Savannah Baldwin. And now our letter winners.
First of all, for the boys varsity soccer season, I'd like to thank the players, the coaches, the parents, and Mr. Carl for making it possible. I don't think any of us really thought that we were going to be able to have 30 people in one place, let alone an entire season. Despite restrictions so intense that we couldn't have volunteer ball boys and we had to do temperature checks for practices, we still managed to play an entire game schedule with the only person missing a game for COVID being me. However, the weirdest thing about this season was the strange sense of normalcy. Inside this gigantic, horrible disaster of a year, there were still 20 kids excited to go out and play soccer every day. We still worked hard in practice, won games, made mistakes, lost in races to Mr. Ryder, yelled at Andrew, dealt with injuries, avoided academic restriction, and still went insane when we scored all season long. For all the horrible events of this year, this season was a bright spot. This season we got to watch our seniors grow into leaders. Danny and Liam each grow 8 inches. We got to watch this team grow into a united group that's really hard to say goodbye to. I absolutely love the guys on this team. I hope Anthony, Landon, and Brad all pull a Chris Kenny and come back in a couple years to coach because we're going to miss them greatly. Good luck to these guys and everyone else. I look forward to next season. Our Outstanding Athlete Award winner is Connor Bacon, and for the second time, the Sportsmanship Award goes to Brad Marcellus. And my letter award winners are
The girls' varsity volleyball team was faced with a ton of new challenges going into this unprecedented sports season. From having to wear masks during playtime, a shortened and rigorous season, a new coach, and 6 brand new players, the team was facing a lot of adversity before even stepping on the court for the very first time. With only about a week and a half before our first game, the girls were faced with getting to know each other, the game, and playing with these new procedures with very little downtime. Every single one of these 15 players brought something unique to the team, and together we made a family. While we may not have won any games during the shortened season, the incredible lessons that we learned, the improvements that we made, and the team that was built was enough to carry us through. Comparing our very first practice to our very last games, the way that the girls evolved in how they played together and worked together was an insurmountable difference. While the season was short and not as we had hoped, I'm especially thankful for every single one of these girls who showed up and made a difference out on that court. We are blessed to have the opportunity to even play this year, and for that we are all incredibly thankful. I am so proud of my 6 seniors, Catherine Vaughn, Katie Lynn Ambrose, Megan Youngs, Madison Del Real, and of course my 2 veteran player seniors, Caitlin Bartels and Hannah Brigham. While we will miss you all, it was a wonderful opportunity having you join us this season. I look forward to seeing you all continue to grow into the amazing human beings you are, and I look forward to another amazing season next year. And for my volleyball awards, my sportsmanship award goes to Miss Hannah Brigham, and my outstanding athlete award goes to Caitlin Bartels. And my letter award winners are
The boys varsity basketball team finished the 2021 season with a record of 3 wins and 4 losses. The season was anything but smooth sailing, as we had to install quite a bit in just a short amount of time to get to a level to be competitive. Although it was short, this season was like a roller coaster ride with the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. Some of our season's highs would include a solid league win over Walton, a successful road trip victory in Downsville, and beating Franklin to extend our winning streak to 2 in a row. Last, our athletes' abilities to be both mentally and physically tough, playing 3 to sometimes 4 games a week. Some highlights from our season include Alec Fogarty scoring a career high of 20 points while also grabbing 12 rebounds in a win over Franklin, a double-double. And Devin Johnson scoring a career high of 16 points in the first game of our season against a league opponent in Unitigo who was very good. Although it was a short season, it was an exciting and fun season coaching this group of young men who never gave up despite the ups and downs. This year was even more of a special one for me, as this group was the very first group I had the pleasure of coaching my first year here at Sidney. With 8 graduating seniors and just 5 returning players, we are looking forward to new and more exciting challenges in the upcoming year. This year, our Most Outstanding Athlete award goes to Alec Fogarty. Alec averaged both 11 points per game and 6.5 rebounds a game. Those are both team highs, which is something very hard to accomplish for a point guard. Our Sportsmanship Award goes to Anthony Morris. All year long, he was a great competitor who played the right way every game in practice, and I think he's the only one in my coaching career to stop during a transition fast break to make sure an athlete from the opposing team was okay. And our Varsity Award letter winners are
The girls' basketball team had a great season. When the school year started, nobody knew what to expect. Will there be sports or will there not be? Then all of a sudden, Mr. Carl says, lace them up, we're playing in 2 weeks. Practices started and the excitement was growing. We were able to play 7 games and the girls had a record of 5 wins and 2 losses. These girls competed hard every time they hit the floor, and that is something that I am most proud of as a coach. The 6 seniors will be missed. They have been on the varsity for 3 years. They are Adrian Paternoster, Megan Warden, Sarah Bassett, Savannah Baldwin, Caitlin Bookout, and Olivia DeMont. Thanks so much. Returning players, Anna Tomeo, Anna Dewey, Kortnee Mondor, and Emma Simmons are going to lead a young but very impressive group the next couple years. Thanks to my JV coach Michaela Kraus and to my modified coach Bree Balmer for all their help. And now for the Sportsmanship Award, Caitlin Bookout, the MVP for girls basketball, Emma Simmons, and my letter winner award winners are
As most coaches will say, our bowling season was unlike any other we had ever experienced.
Our team was lucky enough to be the first to attempt having athletic competitions during a pandemic, something that 12 months ago no one else would have considered. Even without spectators to cheer on our student athletes, without opponents in the building to compare scores with, and without much of an understanding of where our team stacked up, my bowlers remained upbeat, ready to take on the next challenge. The cameras in the back of the approach didn't affect our ability to compete and represent Sidney as a team. Looking back on the year, I'm proud that the focus of the season was not on wins and losses, but on constantly improving throughout the year, gaining more experience for when in-person matches can resume next year. Though it was challenging at times, our bowlers remained committed to their sport and to each other. The boys' bowling outstanding athlete is Caden Lambrick, and Sportsmanship Award winner is Jacob Ostrander. Our letter award winners are
The 2020-2021 girls varsity bowling season was an interesting season to say the least. Being back for my second year as the bowling coach was a great experience this year, and it was better than last. With the change of style due to COVID this year, we didn't go away for matches. We all stayed at home and Skyped our matches online for everyone to see. The team had their ups and downs this season, individually and as a team. They all went through hard times, but they overcame that and finished third in the MAC this season at a series of 8-4. The girls did amazing as a team as well as individuals this season, with 2 finishing in the top 10 of the league. One of our juniors, Megan Mazzarella, finished 5th overall with a 183 average, and our lone senior, Corey Scott, finished 7th overall with a 180 average, sorry. The 2 of them also received individual awards in the MAC. Corey placed 2nd overall with a 267 game, and Megan placed 3rd with her 265 game. Sadly, there were no tournaments this year due to COVID, and there were no sectionals and state qualifiers thereafter. So the season was cut short, sadly. I couldn't have asked for a better team just like last year. These girls made my life a little bit stressful, but they also made this season a lot easier than it could have been. Our new bowler this year, we had 1 or 2 new bowlers. They did great right from the beginning. They picked up and the girls helped out where they could. Our lone senior this year, Corey Scott, will be greatly missed. She was there to help everyone who needed help, even when she was down. She would keep everyone up, even if they were doing bad too. You will be truly missed this next year, Corey. You've been bowling for the past 5 years, and it's going to be different without you. Thank you. And thank you to Mr. Carl for coming to each and every one of our matches and recording so the parents and everyone else can watch from home. And last of all, thank you to East Main Lanes for hosting us again this year. Our outstanding athlete for the season was Megan Mazzarella, and the Sportsmanship Award goes to Corey Scott. And the award letter winners are
Hello, I'm speaking on behalf of Coach Tim Stafford of our wrestling program. Unfortunately, wrestling was not able to take place this year due to safety and health guidelines, and we have a few seniors that I want to recognize. Zach Harrington and Tiana Savino, they'll be really missed. They missed out on their season because of the pandemic, but they are continuing their wrestling careers at the next level in college, so we wish them luck. And I look forward to restarting our wrestling program next year. Thank you.
All right, Varsity Baseball 2021. I'd like to first thank a couple of following people. One, our modified baseball coach, Jamie Youngs, our JV baseball coach, Andy Kozak, my assistant varsity baseball coach, Tommy Morris, and my 2 scorekeepers, Christine Race and Travis White. I'd also like to thank the members of the Bullpen Club that sacrifice their time, provide opportunities and funding for all levels of baseball in the town of Sidney. The 2021 varsity baseball team ended their season with a 7-7 record. Also, we're 6-5 in MAC league play. We rostered very young this year. We had 3 seniors. All 3 seniors will be playing college baseball next year. Our first senior is Devin Johnson, going to Monroe College. He led the team in strikeouts per inning by a pitcher. As a hitter, had the most quality at bats and led and the least amount of strikeouts on the team. Also, as a note, had the first grand slam here at Sidney ever as a player for Sherman-Norville. Ryan Secor will be going to the Utica Poly next year. Led the team in innings pitched and the total strikeouts. As a hitter, he led the team in doubles, RBIs, and second in hits and home runs. Lastly, we have Peyton Mosier going to Cortland State next year. Led the team in runs scored, home runs, triples, batting average, on-base percentage, slugging percentage, and stolen bases. On defense, he also led in diving catches, putouts, and assists. Our seniors will be missed. Although we are losing 3 key seniors, the baseball future is promising with many young, talented athletes. We also have a ton of kids participating in this summer in U19, U16, U15, U12, and U10, a total of 57 students. This year's Sportsmanship Award goes to a member of our varsity team that always has a smile on his face, treats all players with respect, positive on and off the field, and represents the game in the right way. That person is junior Chris Frederick. This year's Most Valuable Player goes to the person that statistically contributes the most to the team in performance, attitude, and leadership. That person is senior Peyton Mosier. And my letter award winners are finally a return to softball after a 13-month layoff due to COVID-19. A much anticipated final softball season for our 7 seniors was opened with a close 7-6 win over BG and started a 3-game win streak, fueled by excellent pitching, strong defense, and clutch hitting. The team continued to improve with every game, living up to the mantra for the season, be better today than you were yesterday. The girls took this to heart and in fact in one 3-game stretch outscored their opponents 63-0, including a perfect game pitched by Olivia DeMott and a first inning 19-run outburst that included home runs by 4 different players. The Lady Warriors finished the season with a record of 8-3, 7-2 in MAC League play, and missed out on the limited sectional tournament by 5/100ths of a point. This year's team featured 7 seniors with a combined 29 years of varsity experience. These seniors, Savannah Baldwin, Sarah Bassett, Caitlin Bookout, Olivia DeMott, Adrienne Paternoster, Tiana Savino, and Megan Warden, were the heart and soul of the team, all holding down a starting position and being strong contributors to our success. These seniors will be greatly missed next season. Our returning starters, Kayla McEwen, Ava Sirigliano, and Samantha Constable, along with Anna Tomeo, Lacey Meredith, and Caitlin Youngs, will have to provide the leadership for a young, up-and-coming team. I would like to thank my assistant coaches, Robin Bassett and Mackenzie Gravelin, for all their help this season. I would also like to thank our JV coach, Susanna Johnson, and our modified coach, Danny Bartow, for helping continue our successful program. I would also like to thank athletic coordinator Jim Carl for his diligent work through this difficult, trying times. At this time, the league has not yet announced the All-Stars. I will be letting the girls know once I have that information. Thank you, ladies, for an awesome season. I will miss all of you. Now to announce our award winners. Sportsmanship Award winner, Adrienne Paternoster. Most Outstanding Player, Olivia DeMott.
This year was a really blisteringly fast start to a tennis season that ended up lasting an entirety of 4 weeks for all of our matches. We had one family take up 3 of our top singles positions. We had new doubles players. We had a lot of new teams that were really great to see. I had a lot of players who came out to tennis for the first time, worked hard, put in some time, showed true sportsmanship, and were an exceptional team to coach throughout this season. For our team, we ended up having our first singles player, Anthony Morris, as our outstanding athlete. Our sportsmanship award goes to senior Hannah Brigham. I wish all of the tennis players the best of luck in their futures. I hope anyone not graduating returns, that we can continue to build on the success from this year and work towards better things for the future. For our seniors, I hope that they move on, continue to play tennis because it's a lifelong sport, and I wish them the best of luck. And the letter award winners for tennis are
The spring edition of Sidney Golf in 2021 provided a unique opportunity for our student athletes to compete at a game they were learning along the way. Many of our athletes have never picked up a club before April, and we quickly realized that golf is not a sport we can learn overnight. At the same time, we learned that golf teaches us more than how to hit a ball into a hole. Our athletes learned how to represent their school positively, honestly report scores, even when the number is higher than we would have wanted, and understanding that shooting a disappointing score motivates us to get better, not prevent us from reaching our goals at the end. I'm hopeful that our experiences this year will keep our student athletes engaged in the game, and I look forward to seeing them all again in the fall. The 2021 Spring Golf Outstanding Athlete is Kyle Smith, and the Sportsmanship Award winner is Ed Hendrickson Duval. Our letter award winners are
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to talk to you about the boys and girls track team this year. I'm going to start off with some thank yous. First of all, I want to thank Jeff Matthews, my assistant coach. I want to thank Spike Piranha, who's come in and helped out this season, Jeff Rohn, who's worked with my pole vaulters, Thomas Cartosa, and I also want to thank Carissa Cuccia and Elijah McCann for help coaching the modified team this year. I'll start with the boys. The boys had a very strong league record, finishing undefeated, 5-0. We were second at 2 invites that we ran at Norwich this year, the REK and the Norwich Elite. We won the MAC championships for a second consecutive year. And our individual MAC champions, Jonathan McNamara in the 110-meter hurdles, the high jump, and the triple jump. Kevin McEwen in the shot put and the discus, and Colin Brigham in the 1600 and 3200. Our boys 4x8, which consisted of Connor Bacon, Colin Brigham, Sam Bagley, and Logan Nordberg, also won at the MAC championship. From the MAC championships, we had 7 first-team All-Stars finishing in 1st through 3rd. We had 7 second-team All-Stars athletes finishing in 4th through 6th. At the class meet that we just recently ran, our individual class champions, Kevin McEwen won the shot put and the discus. Jonathan McNamara won the high jump. Our All-Stars, our first team All-Stars for the class meet, we had 7 first team All-Stars for the boys, and we had 8 second team All-Stars. Athletes that are qualifying for the showcase meet, which is coming up, our 4x8 is going to compete to showcase. Jonathan McNamara is going to compete in the 110 hurdles, the high jump, and the triple jump. Kevin McEwen is going to compete in the shot put and the discus, and Chris Prentice is going to compete in the shot put. So just want to give a shout out to the seniors for the boys, Kevin McEwen, Chris Prentice, John Mark Crawford, Landon Bowie, and Jonathan McNamara. And we're going to miss you guys, and Coach Matthews and I wish you the best. Our outstanding athlete for the boys this year is going to be Jonathan McNamara and Kevin McEwen, and our sportsmanship winner is going to be Landon Bowie. So, moving on to the girls had a very impressive league record as well, finishing 4-1. They were second at the MAC championships. Individual MAC champions included Emma Simmons in the 400 and the 200. And our girls 4x400, which is Emma Simmons, Abdelise LeBoy Diaz, Isabel Briggs, and Elena Newberg, were the MAC champions as well. We had 6 first-team All-Stars, and we had 6 second-team All-Stars at the MAC meet. Moving on to the class meet, we had a class champion, Emma Simmons, won the 400. And our 4x400 also won with the same 4 girls. We had 5 first-team All-Stars. We had 5 second-team All-Stars from the class meet. And competing at the showcase meet upcoming is our girls 4x400. Isabel Briggs will be doing the 100 hurdles, Elena Newbert will be doing the 400 hurdles, and Emma Simmons will be running in the 400. I want to give a big shout out to the 2 seniors on our girls team this year, Caitlin Bartels and Madison Del Real. And just like I said with the boys, Coach Matthews and I are going to miss you guys, and hope you guys, wish you guys the best. Our outstanding athlete this year for girls is going to be Isabel Briggs, and our sportsmanship is going to be Madison Del Real and Caitlin Bartels. And the following are the letter winners.
WCDO Awards. WCDO Radio in Sydney gives out several different sports awards throughout the year. They include awards for offense, defense, and all-purpose after each game they broadcast. They also give out several weekly and monthly awards. Sports Director Nate Lull chooses from a wide range of athletes for these awards. WCDO covers sports in 3 counties with 5 different leagues full of local talent. So winning any of these awards is a real testament to the hard work put in by these recipients. Our WCDO awards go to Section 4 Character Counts Awards. Similar to our district's vision to cultivate character, Section 4 Athletics created the Character Counts Recognition Award. Section 4 believes at the heart of every leader must be positive character traits. As Michael Josephson states, our character is both formed and revealed by how we deal with everyday challenges as well as extraordinary pressures and temptation. Like a well-made tower, character is built stone by stone, decision by decision. As voted on by our varsity coaches, this year's Section 4 Character Counts Awards go to Scholar Athlete Awards. At the end of each sports season, New York State Public High School Athletic Association honors those teams and individuals that excel in the classroom. The student athletes, teams, and schools work very hard throughout the year and deserve to be recognized for their academic success. To receive team recognition, the team's grade point average of 75% of the roster must be greater than or equal to a 90. Individual honors require the same GPA of a 90 or above. Our scholar teams and athletes are Thank you, coaches. I will now read the description of our large athletic awards and the recipients. Each recipient will receive an engraved plaque with their name on it. Our first award, the Rodney W. Gasso Award for Basketball's Defensive Player of the Year. This award is given in memory of Mr. Rodney Gasso by his family. Mr. Gasso was an avid basketball fan and loved defensive basketball. It is a pleasure to give the award this year to Alec Fogarty. The Sydney Central School District Girls Basketball Defensive Award. This award represents the best girls defensive basketball player of the year. This award goes to Emma Simmons. The Paul Kohler Memorial Award. This award is given in memory of a truly passionate fan of the game of baseball. Mr. Paul Kohler's attachment to baseball prompted the close and personal friends to establish this award in honor of his true love of the game. This award is given to a baseball player who has shown dedication to the program and played the game for all the right reasons. Due to his hard work, passion, and love of the game, it gives me great pleasure to announce this year's recipient of the Paul Kohler Baseball Award to Payne Mosier. The Andrew Burpo Hart Award, given annually to the boy or girl athlete exhibiting the characteristics of our 2015 graduate Andrew Burpo. Those characteristics include a high level of sportsmanship, passion for the sport, and perseverance. This award goes to Tiana Savino and Olivia DeMott. Douglas Quinney Award. This award is given in honor of Douglas Quinney to a junior athlete who is hardworking, shows leadership, sportsmanship, and pride in Sidney athletics. Mr. Quinney coached high school track from 1971 to 2001, always emphasizing fair play and sportsmanship to his athletes. Many of his former tracksters have learned many lessons on the track that have positively influenced their life. A great nickname giver, Mr. Quinney was able to motivate and personalize his track program for hundreds of athletes to enjoy and excel in. With great honor, I would like to present the Douglas Quinney Award to Kayla McEwen and Garrett Beckwith. Isaac Neves Character Award. This award is given in honor of Isaac Neves, a former Sydney Warrior athlete and United States Army soldier who lost his life during combat in Iraq. The definition of character in the dictionary is the combination of qualities or features that distinguishes one person, moral or ethical structure of a person, and one who demonstrates moral and ethical strength in their actions. Isaac embodied the attributes and attitudes that epitomize the meaning of character in athletics. Dedicated to his teammates and coaches, disciplined in conditioning his body and mind to its maximum potential, and determined to be the best athlete possible, Isaac was respected by all that knew him. Recipients of this award may not have scored the most points, made the most baskets, or played every minute of every contest. What they did accomplish, though, was undying respect from their coaches and teammates for their excellent participation during practice and contests, work ethic to improve their abilities, support of fellow athletes, team spirit, and overall commitment to their athletic endeavors. This year's recipient of the Isaac Neves Character Award is Sarah Bissett. Coaches Award. The Coaches Award is not given every year. Its recipients are selected by the coaching staff to honor athletes who have been extreme assets to the athletic program, both physically and emotionally. They have been an incentive for those around them due to their athletic prowess and team spirit. They are the type of young people a coach loves to have around due to their approachability, sensibility, and coachability. Their interest and devotion to their teams have been an inspiration, and their contribution to their team's success has been instrumental both on and off the playing fields and courts. This year, the Coaches Award is given to Christopher Prentice, Jonathan McNamara, Kevin McEwen, Savannah Baldwin, Megan Warden, John Mark Crawford. The Regina Reynolds Sportsmanship Award. The Regina Reynolds Sportsmanship Award is dedicated to the memory of Regina Reynolds, a 1974 Sydney graduate. This award is given to the senior girl who most represents the characteristics Reggie possessed, such as cooperation, participation, sportsmanship, and interest in helping others. The selection of this award is by the Sydney coaching staff, and on behalf of the coaches and the memory of Reggie, it is my pleasure to present this award to Caitlin Bookout. Mary Morrison Outstanding Female Athlete Award. The Mary Morrison Award is given to the outstanding female senior athlete. The recipient of this Outstanding Athlete Award symbolizes the many fine qualities associated with an athlete. Those qualities are ability, loyalty, dedication, cooperation, and fair play, while playing 3 sports for 4 years. The selection of this award is by the coaching staff of the Sydney Central School District. On behalf of the coaches, it is my pleasure to present the Mary Morrison Outstanding Female Athlete Award to Adrian Paternoster. Ben Ellis Sportsmanship Award. The Ben Ellis Sportsmanship Award is sponsored by the Sydney Board of Education. This award is given to a senior boy who has displayed the highest quality of sportsmanship in the Sydney athletic program. This award is also based on leadership, cooperation, participation, and interest in helping others. This year, the Ben Ellis Sportsmanship Award winner is Anthony Morris. Ralph Pyle Memorial Award. The Ralph Pyle Memorial Award is given to the outstanding male senior athlete. The athlete who has contributed the most to the high school athletic program while playing 3 sports for 4 years is reviewed and voted on by the Sidney coaching staff. The award is a symbol of the many qualities that make up an outstanding athlete, such as ability, loyalty, dedication, and cooperation. On behalf of the coaches, it is my pleasure to present this award to Payne Mosier. Francis L. Redmond Scholar Athlete Award. Fran Redmond taught physical education and was the athletic director of the Sydney Central Schools for 30 years, retiring in 1979. Schools generate few real legends, but Fran was a legend in his own time and continues to be remembered with great respect by those who knew him during those years. He had great success as a football coach, but is probably remembered more as the man responsible for many students making it in life. Many former students have said if it weren't for Fran Redmond, I would be nothing today. Former students will talk about the infamous finger in the chest. It is a fond memory that straightened many situations out immediately. Athletes say that he was demanding, but very caring also. What they meant was that Fran Redmond made them be academically successful as well as athletically successful. The Francis L. Redmond Scholar Athlete Award combines the importance of excellence in academics with excellence in athletics and other student activities. It promotes the fact that while it is important to be a successful athlete, it is very important for your life to develop commitment to everything you do, especially academics. This year's Francis L. Redmond Award goes to Caitlin Bookout and Anthony Morris. In closing, I would like to wish good luck to our senior athletes who dedicated their time and energy to Sidney Athletics over the years. Your footprints will forever be upon the playing fields and the courts of Sidney High School. To our younger athletes, we look forward to your return to carry on a proud tradition here at Sidney Athletics. Thank you.